Africa, land of breathtaking beauty, extraordinary people, culture, history. But the impacts of war and poverty on the health and well-being of millions of her inhabitants has created conditions the world must no longer ignore. In 2000, a group of New York-based entrepreneurs launched new ventures to bring significant investment in infrastructure and employment opportunities to the African continent. In doing so, they witnessed firsthand dramatic improvements in the quality of life for communities they worked within. These experiences inspired the creation of All for Africa, a not-for-profit enterprise with the goal of the sustainable development of social infrastructure necessary to improve lives. Sustainable, able to be maintained, exploiting natural resources without destroying the ecological and social balance of an area. Tonight's campaign focuses on doing just that. All for Africa's mission is to develop business models designed to generate long-term sustainable revenue streams that will provide endowments for varied organizations already doing excellent work on the ground. And tonight, All for Africa is launching its first such program, the Palm Out Poverty Initiative. The goal of Palm Out Poverty is to plant 1 million oil palm trees on approximately 17,000 acres of African soil. Once mature, these trees will yield more than 300,000 barrels of palm oil each year for a period of more than 30 years. They will generate more than $750 million of revenues over their lifetime, while absorbing more than 28 million tons of carbon dioxide annually. The 1 million trees will be divided into 700 individual oil trusts, each to be awarded to a separate beneficiary across the continent. A beneficiary which might be a school, a health facility, a vocational training center, or any other worthy project can expect to receive a revenue stream for the more than 30-year life of the trust. This continuous contribution to operating expenses will permit organizations to focus on expansion and new efforts, providing hope and a brighter future. Your contributions are the first steps toward planting seeds of sustainability in Africa.
We are here to knock out poverty and push forward with an initiative called Palm Out Poverty. And what it's about is planting sustainability. Seeds of sustainability, when so often we've only seen projects that are here today and gone tomorrow. And what this program is about is very simple. It's about planting palm trees, trees that are $20 a piece. Those trees, when they come together in numbers of 1,500, have the ability to create trusts. Those trusts are able to fund organizations that have traditionally not had the sustainability that they need. And once these trees that we plant are mature, they have the ability to provide palm oil for up to 30 years. This is groundbreaking in its simplicity, but it's groundbreaking in its sustainability. We have a special message that's coming from a special friend of All for Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you President William J. Clinton.
Good evening and welcome to All for Africa's inaugural Knockout Poverty event. As you may know, tomorrow we open this year's annual meeting of the Clinton Global Initiative. So while I'm unable to be with you tonight in body, I am certainly with you in spirit and in purpose. Tonight you are joining that cause by helping to alleviate poverty and its associated issues, including inequalities in education and healthcare, through a creative initiative whose potential I am happy to celebrate with you. When tonight's goal of $20 million is met, you will have created a mechanism built on African soil with African resources and African labor that will produce 30 years worth, an entire generation's worth of sustained impact at the local level, empowering people to understand the challenges and have workable solutions, but now lack the financial means to implement them. Now you're giving them something to do over the long run. The success of All for Africa will empower great numbers of these good people in diverse places all across the African continent to shape their own destinies and those of their children. I look forward to observing that great work with you.
Thank you. Do you hear me, Father Bamba? You say, hear you, Father Bamba. Do you hear me, Father Bamba? You say, hear you, Father Bamba. We didn't know who you'd become until the world was fair. But now the story of your people can be shouted out loud. Are your faith, your sorrow in your journey, between God and man? Your prayer, our prayers, oh no, they will not be ignored. Do you hear me, Father Bamba? You say, hear you, Father Bamba. Do you hear me, Father Bamba? You say, hear you, Father Bamba. Come on!
17,000 I have in the back. How about $18,000?
Halamani, Rahmanu, Fisafina Bamba, Bi Anani, Hadimusin Madina, Yodal, Yakiri. Every day, every night, every moment, they are singing and they are crying. You may be gone, but your spirit will remain. And we stay until the end of time. Are your faith, your sorrow in your journey, between God and man? Your prayer, I will pray.